Right, hello guys. This is GLC GameLine Charlie, and as you can see on the screen, there is me, and there is also MonkeyMOFO, which is a cool little indie game. It's well, I'll read the description from the website. It says, with this easy-to-learn action puzzler, you get a real collector's item. Similar to the classic Lemmings, monkeys are pretty stupid and have to be directed over and around an obstacle course and safely guided to the goal, avoiding minions, trumpets, spinners and bombs, just to name a few. These will assure that this won't be an easy task. So it already sounds quite decent. It's one of the little indie games where you just need to get from A to B and obviously collect stuff along the way. In this case it's fruit. Just a few facts about the game. There's over 200 levels. It's, well, as you can see, it's got 3D graphics. It's got 8 amazing soundtracks, in my opinion. Quote, that is definitely my opinion, not a fact. And it's got 23 worlds. So the 200 levels are over the 23 worlds, which is also pretty cool. And what a lot of these games tend to lack is this actually has boss levels. And I think that's really good because you've got other games similar to this, and it's just this mission, this mission, this mission. But this one, it's sort of like you do that and then you need to do this, and the way I just think it's really cool, basically. Right, but into the review. So the single player, there isn't a multiplayer, so I can't talk about that. I don't know if they plan to do multiplayer, but I don't think so. This is just a nice single player indie game. The controls is just click and drag, and you should be able to see on the screen the arrows appearing. I think it's really easy controls, it's not confusing, which allows you to focus on actually completing the level rather than, oh, I need to press this button now, I need to press this button, oh, which button is this again? So it's literally just click and drag to make the arrow. The missions in the game, there's a large variety of loads of different sorts, and as much as it looks quite similar every mission, it just feels like it's different. I mean, I've played this game a little bit, and I didn't get bored. I can tell you now, I did not get bored. I find it all really sort of fun and interesting, with all the graphics, the sound, and then there's just a shit ton of monkeys. It's just, I think that's the best thing about the game. Right, on the screen you should probably be able to only see one monkey at the moment, but I think you can get up to a lot more. I don't actually know how many monkeys you can get in one level, which you need to control, but it gets to a lot. The difficulty of the game, it's really easy to just pick up, but later it will become more challenging. So these first few levels, you just need to just learn the basics of just guiding yourself around, what to avoid, and that sort of thing. The AI on the game, it's not too advanced because they have like set paths. They like, if they hit a wall they'll turn right, or if they hit a wall they'll turn left, or if they hit a wall they'll turn back. So they've got like motion paths. The game's more down to the player's identification, sort of like noticing what their movement paths are, and then remembering it for the multiple enemies. Like I said, in the first few missions or so, it will just be the one enemy, but it might increase. Well, it definitely does increase. So that's really good about it, I think. The environment of the game, I absolutely love the background tiles. I see that they're animated, and I just think it adds a little extra bit to the game. The main body as well, the tiles are fun and are detailed, like the little flowers. I mean, it's not necessary, but they've put it there, and it's not exactly anything big and impacting the game, but it's the little things that count sometimes, and I quite like the little sort of detail on the little tiles, and the background, not the background tiles, but the actual background as well, just keeps it quite fun and relaxed and not too intense a game, or yet anyway. I really enjoy the user interface as well. I'll show a quick clip of the menu. I really like how the bubbles sort of move around, float around like bubbles do. But yeah, it's really simple, but it's effective. I really quite like it. So overall, out of 10, I'm giving the single player a 6. So these are my new scoring. I'm quite harsh. Why has that gone really dark all of a sudden? There we go. I'm quite harsh with my judging. If I think something's bad, I will say. But it's not higher because it is sort of the same kind of style thing. I mean, it's not drastic changes that make it a lot different. I mean, it's not as advanced game that I think it should get higher. I mean, maybe I'm being a bit harsh there. I think it's quite good, so I'd maybe give it a 7. But no, I'm going with a 6 for that. Moving on. The graphics, clearly they're not realistic, but they're cartoony, which I think it's really hard to get this right, because you can get games where they sort of go half and half, and they try and get it slightly realistic, but slightly, or more cartoony, but with slight realistic sort of hints on it. And I really don't. If that's done right, it looks brilliant, but most of the cases it's kind of not, and it just looks a little bit tacky. But when it goes full cartoony style, and Dragon Occur as well, that does this really well, which is a little game I've been playing. But this game, I just think that for what it's done extremely well, and I really enjoy the graphics of it. So with the graphics, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Again, I'm not giving it higher because there are games out there like Battlefield which are just incredible. Skyrim as well, and I'm guessing Elder Scrolls Online, and they're high numbers like 9, 9.5, 10 in my opinion. So yeah, and then the sound, I absolutely love the sound to this game. I just think the 8 soundtracks, they're all just brilliant. It just really brightens your mood. It's just fun, energetic, and it just works well with the rest of the game. And I just think it just makes it more enjoyable. So yeah, the sound, I am then also giving a 7. Again, not higher because there are games out there that it's a higher quality music. I mean, I'm not saying this is a bad quality music, it's good, but there are games that have just amazing like sound. So I'm not giving it high because of that, but I think 7's a very decent, reasonable score, and I'm giving it a 7. So overall on STEAM Greenlight, I personally think that it's a thumbs up. I did that drawing. It's quite impressive, I'm not going to lie. I'm giving it a thumbs up because overall I think it's a great little game, and I just find it really enjoyable, to be honest. I think that it just all works really well together, and as a whole. So on total, it's got a total of Is that 20 out of 30? 7, add 7 is 14, add 6. Yeah, so it got 20 out of 30, which I think is a very reasonable score. So yeah. Thank you for watching. This has been GLC GameLine Charlie. This game I've been reviewing has been MonkeyMOFO. I'll put the link in the description below. You can actually download the trial now. It's also on STEAM Greenlight, so go over there and give it a thumbs up if you agree with me. Post in the comment section what you think below, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.